one. One more spot left in the men's semifinals, and these two will be doing battle for that final spot. G.Pittar, the 21-year-old out of Manly Beach, Australia, coming up against Florianopolis's M.Rodrigues, 29 years old. Rodrigues, 3 years on the championship tour. Then round of 16, G.Pittar took down Liam O'Brien, finally taking out Griffin Colpin to win the quarterfinals. He's in the barrel, like what he was looking for. Pittar behind the rock, finds the barrel. Just going to get a cutback or two after that. But you notice his positioning right at the start, Rabbit, and it looked like it paid off.
Yeah, absolutely. He's we'll take the look at the barrel first. Just beautifully slotted in there. Big wrapping cutback. And Kipes, so he stands about 6'1". He will certainly win the opening exchange, and it looks like he's found something down the line.
Maybe a bonus here on a wide one. Study the angles of George's surfing. They're so acute, they're so quick. It's a refreshing style, from what we've seen from other surfers. It's unique.
At a Challenger Series event here last year, he was a bundle of nerves, and he was not the surfer that he was today.
M.Rod answering back, has to fight out of a barrel, so just has to manufacture an exit there. Couldn't find any turns after that. And that puts G.Pittar starts sprinting for heat control.
I think what we do now is do a head count of who doesn't live here.
Here we go, Michael Rodrigues. He's been fast too on rail. Lightning fast. M.Rod. Vicious attack here. Just unleashing on every turn on that Mayhem surfboard. So did that under priority, trying to get back into the game. Channel Islands, I feel, this year has been putting in some extra effort to outfit their CS and CT surfers.
Yeah, absolutely. Michael Rodrigues just blasting off the top there. George actually rode a 6'1" out there this morning. The rail line, the foil, all of it.
M.Rod finds this one on the end. Previous score was a 4.93. And this one just tapered, so that one's not giving him any, real scoring opportunity.
Barrel, but let's focus on Michael Rodrigues first, streaking down the line. Now he's right about to square up here, blows the tail completely out, rides fakie for a while, brings it back around. Quick snap to recompose himself. Now he starts to wind up again, and like such a tight pockety section, Bugs, and he's just ripping this board all the way around.
I'm not sure anyone else could do that. That's a 2-foot wave now.
Just the amount of pivot he gets off the top, it's extraordinary. But look at this first turn. Complete blow tail. Rides backwards, up in the lip here. Drops down. Travel time. Almost disappears. Gets straight to work here. Beautiful wrapping carve down. Backs it up with another really aggressive carve, and then the wave starts to lay down. So a barrel to a couple of great turn combinations here.
Yeah, I like the way he kind of held himself back on that very first loop, and that gave him that extra time behind the...
Michael Rodrigues right behind the rock, straight into this one. Tube time and an answer back by Michael Rodrigues.
I'm getting really close. I'm 4 waves away from making the final and winning this event.
Here goes George again. This one he's going to have to overcome a foam ball in front of him. The foam ball grabs his fins, takes him out.
Welcome back to the Bonsoy Gold Coast Pro presented by GWM. I'm here with an Oakberry surf conditions update, and as expected, is absolutely firing. This is one of the best heats of the round on paper, and it's living up to the hype now. The conditions have fared up similar to yesterday.
That time in the jersey, it counts for something. Live action here, M.Rod.
M.Rod chasing a little bit above a mid-range score. Is going to need something big, a lot of downtime just to get down the line, and there it is. Loads up. Puts it down. You can hear the clamor on the beach as well.
But this was savage as well.
Savage, that's the word. The speed he gets comes around this turn here, Rick, it's unbelievable.
Oh, so much speed, lightning fast, drifts off the coping. Then a little roping cutback into tail slide. Just staying right with the energy. So that 4-turn combination.
5.68, but G.Pittar right behind him. with that fast, angular surfing and that quick approach. Fades bottom turns, projects up in the lip, gets vertical, stomps on the tail, little foam ball ride there. Going to continue on, looking for a little bit extra down the line. Sticking with this one. More opportunity for George. Legs got to be burning by now. Stands up on this inside section. And you can see him kick out exhausted.
Well, we only caught up with that wave about halfway through, so who knows what happened out the back. Unbelievable. Let's have a look what happened with George. He tucks in the barrel, tube time again, backdoors his section and comes out. So we know that he got some amazing turns done down the line, and he's started it all with a crazy barrel out behind the rock.
And that's about where we picked it up. And the barrel was the best of the heat so far. This is a very high-scoring ride by G.Pittar.
Wow. Well, most of the damage done on this wave, but this is going to be, it feels excellent to me.
Oh, yeah.
Rab, it feels excellent for sure, but let's not just take our focus off what M.Rod did on that wave as well. That was amazing surfing, but just not enough sections down the line, I don't think, and it didn't have the barrel.
It didn't have the barrel, but Michael Rodrigues knew that he got a 6.67 on a very similar-looking wave, but that barrel...
Yeah, love the variety here from George as well. So he's just really just cutting into these big swooping turns. I love that release in that final quarter of the turn there that he can do. Watch this one. Gets a bit more vertical. Tags the lip.
Punches it down the line back. In the barrel, G.Pittar once again. Emerges from the barrel. Skips that section. Quick to the lip. And just punches out. The numbers in for Pittar on the previous wave. And as we suspected, George goes excellent, a 9.33. Let's take a look at all the judges' numbers.
Wow.
And I went, this was a solid 2 points better.
It was for sure. Live action.
M.Rod finds his own barrel, answering back, punches the lip there. Back foot pressure. Extreme pressure for Michael Rodrigues on the answer back here. Little check turn there, working the wave down the line. And the wave slows up. Michael Rodrigues hails the ski. He's back in the game. Needs to break the combination that he's currently in because he's in a two-wave combo for 17 points.
Well, 17 points. It's a 10 and a 7, or you start going with the averages there. So we know he needs at least a 7 or an 8, but what a great comeback wave.
Here we go. Some replays. M.Rod.
M.Rod tucks into the barrel here, comes out like a bullet and just hammers that opening section, and again tags it with a little more intent. Cut back here and then comes around this section again, little check turn. But, you know, that barrel to two-turn combination was unbelievable. So this wave feels excellent as well, or almost. Let's have a bird's eye view of it here, Bugs.
Yeah, it's a beautiful, quick barrel, but these two turns here, Rick, as you said, full throat, blast out of the lip, and that's where he did all the work.
Well, you called it, mate. You said the heat before was a little slow. This one was going to be fireworks, and it has delivered. Let's check the slow-mo. Right up, tight as you can get in the pocket. Gets onto that toe side rail, drives hard off the bottom. Look at the upper arms. It's throwing up there, keeping the momentum of the turn. Expressive in the upper body, and then M.Rod calling for it as he gets on the ski. He knows that's great surfing.
G.Pittar, a little foam ball ride inside section here. Has to curl up in that small barrel. Goes to work on the rails of the CI 2 Pro. Wow. This clash has been thoroughly entertaining. We saw it in the draw, Bugs, and it is fulfilling all those expectations.
It has lived up to expectations. George is doing his own brand of plumbing.
Thought he was a little undercooked on it, but let's have a look at George's last wave. Drops down, pockety little nugget, carves down into the honey pot, and then just gets a little vision, travel time down the line. Interesting part where that barrel was offered up, Bugs, sort of halfway down the point.
It was. It wasn't behind the rock at all. What a gorgeous looking section, though.
Oh my God, this is one of those ones that you draw on your exercise book at school. It's just turning inside out. George riding on the foam ball there. Now it starts to stretch out in front of him, excuse me. Great vision there. And for a tall guy, he does stay quite composed.
G.Pittar on to the semi-finals, and Michael Rodrigues really has to come to the beach and feel proud of his performance here at Snapper, because M.Rod has been absolutely ripping, and it's good signs for him for the rest of the tour.